wanted to talk with you all about something that I know many of you have experienced, but sometimes we don't have a word for, and having the word for it can help us process, I think. I know those of us who are adopted, donor conceived, or have had an NPE or a DNA surprise have experienced what we call disenfranchised grief. Now, this is an emotional pain that is not openly acknowledged or socially validated or publicly mourned. It's a complex grief that encompasses not just the mourning of a person or a relationship, but also the loss of our self-identity, the loss of our perceived family history, and the loss of an anticipated future connections that might never be. We may be grieving for someone that we can never meet, which I know a lot of people have a hard time understanding. How can you grieve for someone you will never meet or haven't met, right? And for me, like when I found my genetic father, he was deceased, and I mourned the loss of the opportunity for connection and the answers that died with him that I'm just not going to get. And my grief is twofold, right? It's the pain of losing my relative, and it's also the sorrow of what could have been, like conversations, shared moments together, a hug, and an understanding of my origins that he could provide that nobody else really can. Now, people with a DNA surprise face a profound upheaval of our identity. When you find out that your parent who raised you isn't your genetic parent, it of course shatters our sense of understanding of who we are, but also our family narrative that we grew up with. We grieve our past self and the family we thought we knew. And of course the relationship with our parent who raised us, because it will never be the same going forward. These experiences reshape our sense of belonging and the foundation upon which we built our lives. So, disenfranchised grief is further compounded by the lack of societal acknowledgement of the grief that we're experiencing, because these forms of losses that we have aren't typically recognized in public disclosure or through the rituals that we normally have when somebody dies. And that means we have to navigate our grief in isolation. And we grapple with the complex emotions without societal support systems that normally accompany loss. So I just want you to know you're not alone in your grief. It's totally normal what you are feeling and experiencing. We do offer a Wednesday support group that's free. It's 5:30 Pacific time. If you go on our website, you can register. You do have to pre-register. And just drop in and say hi and check in with us. These are peer-led, but we do have mental health professionals who volunteer and run these. We hope to see you on Wednesday.